Peace be upon you, brothers and sisters. This is Said Mirza from WithinOurReason.com, and in today's talk, I wanted to look at the topic of intercession. As you are aware, both Muslims and Christians claim that their respective prophets will intercede on their behalf on the Day of Judgment. In the case of the Muslims, support for the idea that Muhammad will intercede on their behalf is found in the Hadith literature. And in the case of Christians, the support for the idea that Jesus will intercede on their behalf is found in the Bible. Now, just to be clear, the Injil that is mentioned in the Qur'an that was sent unto Jesus is not the Bible that is currently available. Whatever that Injil is or was, it's now lost. Of course, the Bible does contain some portion of the Al-Kitab, the law, which is preserved in the Qur'an, but the Bible in its entirety cannot be taken because there's a lot of falsehoods in there. So I just wanted to make that clear, because this whole idea that Jesus Christ will intercede or that he is the Son of God is not found in the Qur'an, and the Qur'an is a control over all scriptures. Now, as believers, we consider the Qur'an to be clear, complete, and fully detailed, and we take it as the sole authority for our worldview, and therefore we are forced to reject any claims which do not find purchase in the Qur'an. And God is clear in the Qur'an that He alone is the judge, and intercession of any person, no matter what their standing is, will not be accepted on the Day of Judgment. And to support that claim, there are verses in the Qur'an that I want to recite to you. This is from Brother Gerrans' translation, The Qur'an, A Complete Revelation, which you can download for free from Quranic.com. So this is chapter 2, verse 48. And be in prudent fear of a day, no soul will avail a soul anything, nor will intercession be accepted from it, nor will compensation be taken from it, nor will they be helped. Chapter 2, verse 123. And be in prudent fear of a day, no soul will avail a soul anything, nor will compensation be accepted from it, nor will intercession benefit it, and they will not be helped. And finally, chapter 2, verse 254. O you who heed warning, spend of what we have provided you before there comes a day wherein is neither commerce, nor friendship, nor intercession, and the false claimers of guidance, they are the wrongdoers. Muslims, however, justify the claim that Muhammad will intercede on their behalf by pointing out verses in the Qur'an which allow for limited intercession. However, there is no place in the Qur'an that categorically states that the messenger or messengers of God will intercede on behalf of their ummah, that is, community. The closest thing to an intercession is Jesus' response to God, which we shall look into later. There are some verses in the Qur'an that allude to an idea of a limited intercession, but it is made clear that this will only be by the permission of God. That is, His will is supreme. No one can intercede on someone's behalf unless they are given leave by God. This is chapter 19, verse 87. They will have no power of intercession save he who has taken a covenant with the Almighty. Chapter 20, verse 109. That day no intercession will avail save one whom the Almighty has given leave and with whose word He is pleased. Chapter 34, verse 23. And the intercession avails not with him save him whom He gives leave. When terror has been lifted from their hearts, they will say, What said your Lord? They will say, The truth, and He is the exalted, the great. Chapter 53, verse 26. And how many an angel is there in the heavens? Their intercession avails nothing, save after that God gives leave to whom He wills and is pleased. This is a plain reading of the verses in question. To claim that Muhammad or Jesus will intercede on our behalf based on these limited verses is to deny clear and explicit verses that no intercession will be accepted by God. The Qur'an brings us back again and again to the same conclusion, that no one can save or protect us from God's punishment. Only God is our ally and protector, and there is no refuge from His punishment. This is chapter 36, verse 23. Shall I take gods besides Him? If the Almighty intends me harm, their intercession will avail me nothing, nor can they rescue me. This is chapter 39, verse 44. Say thou, unto God belongs intercession altogether. His is the dominion of the heavens and the earth. then to him will you be returned. And this is chapter 43, verse 86. And those to whom they call, besides him, possess no intercession, save whoso bore witness to the truth, and they know. And this is a passage from the Quran, chapter 74, verses 42 through 48. What brought you into Saqar? They will say, we were not among the performers of duty, and we fed not the needy, and we discourse vainly with those who discourse vainly, and denied the day of judgment, until the certainty came to us. Then no benefit to them is the intercession of intercessors. The Quran already anticipates the claim of Muslims that Muhammad will intercede on their behalf, and it also tells us what Jesus will say about those who claim that he will intercede on their behalf. This is chapter 5, verses 116 to 120. And when God will say, O Jesus, son of Mary, didst thou say to men, take me and my mother as two gods besides God? He will say, glory be to thee. It was not for me to say that to which I had no right. If I had said it, then thou wouldst have known it. Thou knowest what is in my soul, and I know not what is in thy soul. Thou art the knower of the unseen realms. I said not to them but what thou commandest me. Serve God, my Lord and your Lord. And I was a witness to them while I was among them. But when thou tookest me, thou wast the watcher over them, and thou art witness to all things. If thou punish them, they are thy servants, and if thou forgive them, thou art the exalted in might, the wise. God will say, this is the day in which their truthfulness benefits the truthful. They have gardens beneath which rivers flow, they abiding eternally therein forever. God is pleased with them, and they pleased with him. That is the great achievement. To God belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and what is in them, and he is over all things powerful. So this will be the intercession of Jesus for the Christians. He will deny having claimed to be anything but God's servant, who commanded his followers to serve God alone. And in the case of Muhammad, he will lament that his people abandoned the Qur'an. This is chapter 25, verses 25 through 30. And the day the sky is rent asunder with the clouds, and the angels are sent down in successive descent. True dominion, that day, belongs to the Almighty, and it will be a difficult day for the false claimers of guidance. And the day the wrongdoer will bite his hands, he will say, would that I had taken with the messenger a path. Woe is me, would that I had not taken such and such for a friend. He led me astray from the remembrance after it reached me, and the Satan is to man a traitor. And the messenger will say, O my Lord, my people took this Qur'an as a thing abandoned. In summary, the Qur'an's own sufficient testimony makes it clear that these two messengers of God will be unable to intercede on behalf of their supposed followers. Jesus will distance himself from the idolaters, saying that he never said that he and his mother be taken as gods besides God, whereas Muhammad will protest that his people deserted the Qur'an, which is true in the case of the vast majority of Muslims today, who only pay lip service to following the Qur'an, when in reality they are simply blindly following the footsteps of their ancestors and inventing lies via their hadith literature about the supposed intercession of Muhammad for the Ummah. Finally, I wanted to recite to you this very interesting passage in the Quran, chapter 2, verses 168 through 170. O mankind, eat of what is in the earth, lawful and good, and follow not the footsteps of the Satan. He is to you an open enemy. He but enjoins upon you evil and sexual immorality, and that you ascribe to God what you know not. And when it is said to them, follow what God has sent down, they say, nay, we will follow that upon which we found our fathers, even though their fathers did not reason, nor were they guided. So again, just to make it clear, that one of the things that Satan does is that he enjoins evil and sexual immorality, and that he makes men ascribe to God things that they have no knowledge of, which is what the hadith literature is. And when it is said to them to follow what God has sent down, they reject it and they say, we follow what we found our fathers following. That pretty much wraps up the talk for today. God willing, until next time, peace and blessings be upon you.